Good morning, guys. It is bright and early on a Saturday morning. We're getting ready to head down to southern Maine to meet up with trucker Dave to go digging around in some junkyards. So let's get on the road. This is the spare key to my 2011 Ford F-150. And today, with the help of Tom's Key Company, we're going to program a brand new key for this truck. When Tom's Key Company reached out to me and asked me if I had a vehicle that may or may not have a need for a second key, I said, you know what? Absolutely. We've got this 2011 Ford F-150 that ever since we've had it, we've only had one working key, and the second one, which is the one I just showed you, was trash. So they offered to send me a new key to help promote Tom's Key Company. I went to the website and I was able to select the proper key for my 2011 Ford F-150, and it came with everything I need in one box. The instruction manual, the cable that plugs into the programmer for your OBD2, as well as a cut key. Now you may ask, how do they get to the cut key if they're so far away? How do they do that? Well, they've got a patented picture taking process. Take a picture of the key, you send it in when you complete your order, and they send everything just the way it is. And for instructions, you scan the QR code on the back of the box, select your key, year, make, and model of vehicle, and then all you gotta do is plug the programmer into your OBD2, and then turn the key to the run position, and in my case, turn the dial to number 8 and press the button, and in 10 minutes you're done. So as you can see, guys, the process is very simple. If you need yourself a second key or a third key, or maybe you need the first one, make sure you check out Tom's Key Company. There's a link in the description box below. Make sure you check it out, and thank you to Tom's Key Company for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to work. So the road trip today is kind of twofold, maybe even threefold. So one, we want to get down and spend some time with trucker Dave, who you guys have seen on the channel before. And two, we want to test out the fuel economy. I've been tuning on this Phytech to see if we can get some decent fuel mileage out of it, because lately, as you know, I've been getting about 12 and 3/4 miles per gallon. So we've been tuning on it a little bit in hopes that today's road trip will tell us if we're heading in the right direction. We're looking at about 300 miles today, and we'll be testing that fuel economy. The third thing is it's kind of a precursor to the road trip to Atlanta for C10s in the city. This 300 miles is going to be a test of fuel economy and durability, and my ability to drive this thing without cruise control, which we may fix. Anyways, I think it's time that we get some coffee, get through U.S. Customs, and get on the road. Well, we've met up with Dave. and his daughter, and we're out wandering around here in this old salvage yard, which is pretty much retired and defunct. There's not a whole lot left here, although there are some cars kicking around that he's kept a lot of the old stuff. And we're gonna take a peek and see what kind of stuff is here. We're not necessarily looking to buy anything. We're just looking, because there's always something to see in an old junkyard. Right, Dave?
That's right.
So there's Dave and Elaine. Anyways, let's take a walk around and see what we can find. Sometimes you'd like to know what the story is behind some of these trucks, why they're here. Was it just a blown motor? Was it an accident? Was it rust?
I think that one right there was rust next to the rockers.
That does not look like an authentic GT 500 door. Aftermarket stickers. An old Pontiac Tempest here. Most of the car looks like it's still there.
That's a big dent in the weight reduction.
Oh, they all get weight reduction.
That's patina. It's broke. I'm right.
An old Aspen or Valari or something.
Duster.
Oh, there you go.
That's still pretty new.
Sticker horsepower right there.
No battery, no nothing, not much.
Automatic car. The hood scoop was cut into her at one point in time. Looks like a Oldsmobile over here.
Not for show on the back.
Old Pontiac Le Mans. Got the whole rear end cut out of her. No, I'm not up to date on my tetanus, so. Yeah, old G-body. Cutlass. Yeah.
Right there. Right there. Another G-body over there. Between that one and that one, you could almost make something.
Well, as long as the frame's not all rotten to pieces, that was the biggest problem with it. Chairman Gia. Yep. It's when you come to a junkyard and certain vehicles you're drawn to, like these. Love those wheels.
Yeah, this one's practically new.
78 Cutlass, 78-ish, 8 or 9 maybe.
Interior.
The Ford trucks, there's a Corvette way over there.
You don't want the rims.
Another old Le Mans. T37. T37. I don't know what that means. I'm sure some of the guys in the comments can tell us what a T37 meant on a Le Mans. Probably a package of some sort. Automatic car. Can't get into the hood. It's like an old Monte Carlo over there, maybe. Le Mans or an Oldsmobile. That's a Le Mans, I think, based on the bumper. Anybody know what kind of car this is? 2 guesses. All it is the dash. You see that, Dave? It's just the front firewall on the dash of an old Mustang.
You never know when you're going to need one.
That's a nice car. And it still has the keys in it.
Start it up, see if it'll run.
No, it's not. It would be nice to have keys though.
He must have been a Chevy guy. Yeah. Because a lot of these late 60s, early 70s, Cutlasses and Le Mans and all that stuff. There's a pile of them here.
That sounds like a car.
Big
Yeah.
motor.
Big motor.
Strip into it and put big motor.
Couple of good fenders on the old Chevy. I guess that one's banged up pretty bad. 4-wheel drive. It's got the big blue Chevy logo on it. I like that. What kind of a beast is this?
An old-fashioned car. Really old-fashioned.
Well, there's your problem. No valve cover.
Oil on it.
Ain't got no gas in it. Little fire truck over here. Old Dodge fire truck. No, what is it? Fargo. Nope, Ford. Just goes to show what I know.
Hey, Dad, can I
Here's that old Trans Am. Well, let's keep the carburetor covered up. Keep it covered up with the pulley with the holes in it. That wing is going to wreak havoc on this video. Sorry.
Oh, looks like a nice.
Another old
Outside about this.
Tempest, I think.
Big ant hill here somewhere because all the ants are all over this thing. That's a aftermarket quarter. I flipped it up that way. I put it up the door.
Ever wonder what the quickest way to get ball joints off of a control lamp? Let's just cut them off and grab the whole spindle.
ants?
There's another one there. There's the old, other old V-body. What is this? Grand Prix? Le Mans? Seat's been open to the weather for a while. Old Corvair. I'll go see that Volkswagen.
Got a Porsche whale tail on the edge.
Hey, it looks like it belongs there.
So, it's a bit. Yeah. Usually does. Any anything out of it? Why not? I got a donut tie up there. Use tie. Trying to save the money. There you go. Borrow the one hand for these things ain't cheap.
That's pretty cool. You can actually see what's in the bag. Okay, let's install.
Another old square body. Guess this is where we started, isn't it? Over here we got an old Thunderbird. Got keystones on it, it looks like. This all used to be full of vehicles years ago.
Hey, that one's up too.
And we got the old Chevy truck up here. I mean, it's being held up by something. At least it's a rotten piece of wood. I mean, that should be fine.
Right, I guess.
Yeah, I don't dare get too close to it, but
Can't figure out why.
she's rough. Floors are gone for sure. Frame is bliss. Oh, right there.
Cracked.
Cracked up pretty good there. Oh yeah. I mean, it's only a small crack. Oh, I didn't even see the old Ferrari sitting over there. See that Dodge van?
That's why they did that. You know that converter up.
Yeah, converters on these things weren't worth much anyway. This old van here, that's got a 4-speed with overdrive transmission because it's rear-wheel drive, which I'd love to have for my car, for the old Cordova. But I don't want the whole van. I just want the tranny.
There's probably a bag of money.
Should be a 45 RE, I think.
It's a Dodge Ram. Does it have the keys in it?
Fuse issues.
Roll down windows.
Pop the hood. With the hood popper.
There we go.
$5.9.
No, it's probably a 3.7 or something. I don't know. It depends on what year it is. I never followed these too much to know what year they were.
5.2.
There you go, 318. 318, and she's probably got, like I said, the 45 RE, which is a 4-speed automatic with overdrive, which I'd love to have for that car. How many miles on it? Show on the thing. It's probably digital.
144,000.
Huh?
144,444.
Barely broke in. I'd rebuild it anyway, but.
Rust.
Oh yeah, it's rust. Patina. Patiner.
Tried to cover the bed line.
Ooh, look, the antique Subaru.
All-wheel drive.
Seen better days.
Definitely.
I bet you the driver saw better days too, but it looks things.
Few moments later.
So we've made it to the Fairfield Antique Store, or flea market, or whatever. Let's see if we can find some goodies here today. Maybe make it home with some more signs or something like that. Let's take a look. That's cool. And it lights up apparently. Well, guys, I think I made out like a bandit here at the Fairfield Antique Mall. If you're ever in this part of Maine, make sure you check it out. I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below. And when we get home, we're going to go over all the things that I bought here. So we'll be right back. So we made it back from southern Maine. It is the next day, and I want to show you some of those things that I picked up. There's a couple of pieces that I got at the Junkyard that I thought was a pretty decent buy. And then some of the other things that we picked up at the antique store. So let's start with what I picked up at the Junkyard. So I saw this air breather sitting on the floor in one of his shops. And, well, it says it's a 350 turbo fire, 250 horsepower. And I thought, you know, that would make a great wall hanger. Clean up the rust down around here. But that's pretty neat. But it came with some goodies. It came with a 2-barrel intake as well as a 2-barrel carburetor. And the carburetor looks like it's fairly clean. Everything moves on it. Somebody could use that if they wanted to. But not only did we get one wall hanger, we kind of got 3. We'll separate those and get this cleaned up, the carburetor and the intake, and we'll get them up on the wall somewhere. Take a guess at what I paid for that down in the comments right now, and I'll tell you at the end of the video. Over here, we also picked up a couple of valve covers. This one is a 327. There's only one valve cover. The other one is an old Chevy. It's got the old Chevy script off of it. Not sure what that would have been on. Maybe a Tri-5 Chevy of some sort. You guys can tell me again down in the comment section. I bought both of those as a package. Again, take a guess at what you think I paid for those 2 valve covers together. At the antique shop, I found a couple of old oiling cans. This one is a 1 quart, and this one here is a ½ gallon. So I don't know my gallons and my quarts. I'm guessing that's probably 2 quarts. I was brought up in the metric system, folks, sorry. So picked up a couple of oil cans here. We got this Gulf Pride motor oil, 5 gallon with the spout and a little handle on it. And then we got the Texaco one as well. These ones I paid a little bit difference in price. Take a guess at what you think I paid for each of those. And then on Facebook Marketplace, I found a traffic signal. I had Dave pick this up as it wasn't too far from where he lives. The red and the amber work. The red does not. We're going to figure out why. But we'll get that hanging up in the shop, maybe over here in the corner somewhere. Who knows? Maybe over here in the corner. Over there in the corner? Over there in the corner. I don't know. We'll find a spot for it. Again, tell me what you think I paid for the traffic light. Again, you guys saw in the video earlier that just the flashing amber lights, they wanted 95 bucks a piece for those. So can you guess how much I paid for that? And this is all stuff that I want to be able to decorate the garage for. So if you guys are anywhere near me, or you're going to be somewhere where I meet up with you, as on my trip down to Georgia, let me know of some of the places that we can go to find stuff like this, because this is stuff that I like. Old license plates, vintage signs, memorabilia, oil cans is a big one that I like. You can see I got a nice little shelf full of full oil cans that I bought last summer. So that's all part of being a man cave. Trucker Dave got me the man cave sign back last year. So we've got that one. It's always on, flashing in the background. He says he likes seeing it in the videos. And then he's also got the Mopar sign, which is right there. That one does not, it does light up, but I don't have it lit up because Junior uses that plug-in to plug in his rechargeable tools. So let's go and we'll show you what I actually paid for all of this stuff. And you tell me whether you think I got a good deal or not. So the intake, the carburetor, and the valve cover, 20 bucks. Yeah, not each. 20 bucks for the whole thing. Intake, 2-barrel carb, and the air cleaner. Oil cans, I think I paid 15 for one and 18 for the other. I can't remember which. Valve covers, 20 bucks. Not each, but for the pair. $20 for the pair of those. Now the oil cans, I paid 18 for the Texaco one, and I paid 25 for the Gulf Pride. One of the neat things I find about some of these cans is that basically they're all 5-gallon. They have lots of different designs. You've got the flat top, you've got the rounded top here with the spout and the big thing, or the big vent in the back and a big handle. And sometimes you get them with the bubble top and a spout. So there's lots of different designs on those. I think that one there, I think I paid 25 Canadian. This is all in American money, folks, what I paid for this stuff. And the traffic signal, it was advertised, I forget what it was advertised at. I think she wanted 200 bucks. I offered her 150. I think I paid 160 for it. Again, I got to do a little bit of repair on the red light. 160 bucks for that whole thing. And I mean, look how big it is. That thing's 3 feet tall. And I think it's going to make a great addition to the shop. This old tractor instrument cluster is something that Dave found that he gave me. I thought that was really cool. This is an RPM gauge, not a speedometer. Tell me what you guys think that came out of, because I have no idea. And he also got me this old Chevy heater. I believe this was probably an accessory at some point in time, probably from the 40s or 50s. I don't know. But I'm guessing if you hooked power to that, it would still work, because that fan still turns on the back. So thanks, Dave, for the couple of pieces of wall art. We may even make use of that someday. Who knows? We'll get her cleaned up and on display. And I've got a whole tub of things that I've acquired. A buddy of mine, his father passed away, and he had a whole bunch of stuff. They were cleaning out the garage. So he asked me if there's anything that I wanted. So I went in and I found some square body taillights, an old oil can, a whole bunch of hubcaps, trim rings, different things like that. We've also got some headlights down here, and I basically picked those up simply because of the trim rings. My Chrysler Cordoba, which is undercover, has a couple of broken ones on the rectangular headlights, so I knew I was going to need a couple of those. And then we got a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff. We've got one square body mirror, we got a whole bunch of rusty saw blades, and we got we actually picked up an some old chain falls. So I've got that. All this stuff will be put on display at some point. I may make a video on that, I may not. But I think it's pretty neat. Oh, and some OBS patch panels. You never know when you're going to come across an OBS truck that has rust on the rear fenders. I know, right? So we've got some stuff in that tote and those boxes there that we've got to go through and get those on display. I'll spend some time in here probably on a rainy day if it's raining down at the campground, you know, and you just don't want us to be cooped up inside the trailer. So we'll come up to the garage and we'll start puttering away and putting some things up on the wall. I've still got some signs down here in between my workbenches. We'll get those done as well. If you guys liked the Junkyard crawl and the antique store crawl, let me know down in the comment section below, because if you do, I'm going to go find more. I had a blast, and I know Trucker Dave and his daughter did as well. So we're going to make sure that we try and find a few more in Maine. It was a 3-hour drive for me to get to Dave. And so I don't have any problem doing that. I was back home again last night before dark. So let me know. Do you like that or don't you? Do you care? I mean, this video is a little bit long, but it was some great content for me. I had fun doing it. Had a lot of fun hanging out with Dave, and he bought me lunch at Wass's. If you guys don't know what that is, it is a staple of the best hot dogs in the world. That's their claim. I had them. I would agree. Very good hot dogs. If you're not yet subscribed to Olde Carr Guy, now is the time to do that. There's going to be a little thing come up here to remind you to click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. All it does is it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I put out a new video. It'll send you an email or a notification on your phone. That way you can watch it. Thanks for doing that. We're creeping up on 20,000 subscribers here pretty quick, hopefully by the end of the year. If you guys like my videos and you share them out, hopefully we'll get there to that 20,000 subscriber mark. We'll be doing a big giveaway. I've been talking to some sponsors and they are on board with that. So just like we did with 10K, we're going to do it again with 20. Guys, stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. I love you. God bless. Let's do it again in the next video.